Hey Code Chasers, how are you? I hope you're fine and healthy. With that healthy vibe, we will start our video today. I am Adil Lakshmana Tiketi. Welcome to our channel Code Chasers. Hi everyone. In this video, we will see types of functions in Python. Functions in Python are of two types. One is inbuilt function, other one is user defined function. Name itself says inbuilt functions. That means it was already built in Python. That is, see, when we download Python, okay, this inbuilt functions comes along with the Python package itself. Okay, Python package itself. We don't need to actually write a function. That means we don't need to write a definition. We don't need to write a body. Okay, that definition and body comes along with this Python package itself. Okay, we just need to call the functions from the Python package. That's it. Examples are here. Float is a function, okay, which comes along with the Python package. Okay, and input, we have just seen in our earlier video, input is a function which comes along with the Python package. We are just calling this input function. We are just calling this float function. What this float function will do, it will convert the integer that what we pass into a float type, that is decimal type. Okay, when we pass input as 10, the output will be 10.0. It will convert into a decimal value and it will give us the output. Okay, and what is the functionality of input function? It will help to take the inputs from the command line. Okay, command line. That means in earlier video we saw an example. User will input an age, and we have to validate whether the age is a minor or major. Where does the user will input? He will input in the command line. Okay, with the help of input method, we can take the input that is given by the user and we can validate the value. Whatever we can do with that value, we can do. Now, user defined functions. User defined functions are defined by users, that is you and me. Whoever is writing the code will define the function, will write the definition of the function, and also body of the function. Okay, and we can call the functions also. We can call the functions. Here we will only write the functions and we will only call the functions. User will write the function and user will call the function. Okay, but here in inbuilt methods, these functions come along with the Python package itself. Okay, these are two types of functions that we can observe in Python. Now, user defined functions. User defined functions are of different types. First is with default arguments, second is with keyword arguments, third is with positional arguments, and fourth one also is there with arbitrary arguments. Okay, arbitrary arguments. This one, fourth one, we will see bit later. Okay, as of now we will concentrate on only these three types. Okay, before that we will discuss something. As we have discussed, function is a block of code which is performed or which is run upon calling. If at all we call the code, this particular function will be run. Okay, we can pass data to functions. Okay, this particular data is called parameter or arguments. Okay, arguments might be a single argument or multiple arguments. Okay, the data that which we pass to the function is called an argument or arguments or parameter or parameters. Okay, if at all it is a single, we call it as an argument. If at all it is multiple, we call it as arguments. Okay, upon the data that what we pass, we can divide user defined function into these four types. Okay, default arguments, keyword arguments, positional arguments, and arbitrary arguments. Arbitrary arguments you please ignore as of now. I will be discussing arbitrary arguments in a separate video. Okay. As of now, we will concentrate upon default arguments, keyword arguments, and positional arguments. Okay. Now, first one, we will see default arguments. Okay. To explain default arguments, I am writing a sample function. Okay. Which will display name and age. Okay. Display name, age. Okay. So, to display name, age, I need to take name and age as parameters, right? I will take name and age as parameters. Okay. Age as parameter. Okay. Okay. Now, I'll print name is the name that I got here, and print age is the age that I got here. Okay. Now, this is a normal way how we write a function, right? And how we call the function, we have to call it with the function name. This is the function name. Okay. This is the function name. So, here, what is a default argument here? So, whenever we feel that an argument can hold a default value, that means there are two arguments here. Suppose there are group of people, okay, and I want to pass those group of people's name and age to this function, and so that the function will print the name and age. Okay. So let us assume that group of people contains like only age group of 18. Those people who belongs to age group of 18. Okay. So I can give age as default to 18. Okay. Now, if at all, like while calling the function, here it is demanding us two parameters, right? Name and age. Now we will pass the arguments here. Display name age is demanding two arguments. Those are name and age. But age is a default parameter here that we had set to 18. Because there are group of people, we are sure that those group of people belong to an age group of 18. So we have made this age as a default parameter. That means while we are calling, we don't need to pass the age. It's okay to pass the name. I am passing the name as Madhu. Okay. And if at all I execute this particular code, it will print the name is Madhu and age is 18. Okay. Our result is as expected. Okay. What is the use of this default argument here? Default argument use is whenever we are sure that the value of a parameter is fixed, we can give it. Okay. But if at all there is a person who belongs to an age group of 19, then what can we do? We can explicitly pass the parameter. Okay. We can explicitly pass the parameter and we will run once and we'll check what the result is. Here it is saying name is Madhu, but age is 19. Here we have passed explicitly 19. Even if the default parameter is holding a value of 18, we have passed explicitly a parameter like a number 19. Then Python will give the priority to the age that we passed, but not the age which we have defaulted. Here we have defaulted it to 18, but we have passed 19. Then Python interpreter will give the priority to the age that we have passed. The age that we have passed is 19. So here Python interpreter will print the name as the name that we passed, that is Madhu, and the age it will ignore 18 and it will take 19 and it will print the age as 19. This is the type of functions which falls under default arguments. Now we will take the second type, that is keyword arguments. Okay. Now keyword arguments, I'll keep the same function. I change the way I call it. Okay. So I am calling it again. So I'm calling it again. Now here while calling it, as you all know that this function is demanding us two parameters. Now my age is not a default parameter here. There are group of people. I'm not sure all this group of people belong to a same age or not. So I'm not keeping this age as a default parameter or default argument. Here I'm using a word parameter. Like parameter is same here as an argument. Okay. So I am not sure whether the group of people belong to same age group or not. So I am not keeping this age as a default parameter or a default argument. Here I am passing arguments with the keywords, means the name of the arguments. Okay, name is equal to Madhu. Okay, and age is equal to 25. Okay, here I am passing it like this with the help of keywords. What does this keyword mean here? Keyword is the argument that we have already defined it while writing a function. Okay, while writing a function, we have defined two parameters, name and age. With the name, with the keyword that is name here, I am assigning a value to this name and I am passing it to the function. I am assigning a value 25 to the age. I am passing it to the function. Okay, this is how we call function in case of keyword arguments. Keyword arguments means we have to specifically mention the name of the argument that we are passing. Name is equal to Madhu, age is equal to 25. If at all we execute this particular code, it will say name is Madhu and age is 25. These are the functions which belong to keyword arguments. Now we will see positional arguments. Okay, positional arguments. So I'll take again the same function here. Okay, and I'll change the way that I am calling now. Okay, so I'll take the same function name and I'll call the function name. I'm calling the function here. Now while calling the function, I am not giving any keywords. I am directly giving Madhu and just age. Okay, Madhu and just age. Here PyCharm is automatically detecting this name, this parameter that we passed here is Madhu, belongs to name keyword, name argument, that will be assigned to name argument, and here 23 will be assigned to age argument. Here PyCharm is giving us suggestions, but we didn't give any name of the argument that we passed. We just gave the value that we need to print. Okay, we just gave value, that is Madhu, and we just gave age. Okay, we just gave age, and if at all we execute the code, it is saying name is Madhu and age is 23. Okay, see here why the word positional arguments, the name positional has come here. That means here, while if at all we are giving or we are calling the function like this, the first position here we are giving name, here we are giving Madhu. Okay, here what is there in the first position? Name as a parameter, name argument is there, so it will pick the first value that we have given. Okay, and here in second position what is there? Age, right? Age will be picked only if at all we pass in the second position, because age is there here in the second position. Appropriate value for the name will be picked if at all we pass that particular value in the first position. Suppose if at all I pass like this. Okay, suppose if at all I pass like this, 23 and Madhu. Positional arguments will be purely depending upon the position. Name will be picked purely depending upon the position. Here name we have defined, or name we have given parameter its first position. Okay, here the value that we given at the first position only will be picked. If at all I run this code, it is saying name is 23, because at first position we have given 23. In the place of first position, name argument is there, so name was picked. The value we have given at first position is 23, so in place of name 23 is picked. Okay, the second position argument is age. At the second position we have given Madhu, so by default second position will be assigned to age. Age has picked Madhu as a value. Okay, but this is wrong, right? We need to print Madhu first and then age. Okay, positional arguments will be actually picked based upon the position. Okay, these are the different ways that we can call a function. Either it may be with default arguments, either it may be with keyword arguments, either it may be with positional arguments. Okay, in our next video we will see how a function will return a value. Okay, trust me, next video will be very much interesting. I hope you found this video useful, and thank you so much for watching this video. One quick and important information: There are 3 courses running parallelly in our channel. Course 1, Python full course. Course 2, PySpark with Hadoop full course. These 2 courses are designed for beginners and they are designed in such a way that a person who doesn't have any knowledge in any coding language can also easily understand the content in this course. So please do follow if you are interested. And the third course is Python interview preparation. This course is designed for those people who are preparing for Python based interviews. In this course, most frequently asked Python interview questions were taken and they have been answered with live coding sessions for each and every questions if needed. So if you like my work, please do subscribe to our channel and like the video and click on the bell icon to get notified about the updates of our channel. Thank you so much.